Alright. I'm back. Just 1 second. Let me do a quick sound check. Just to make sure that I just need to make sure that the sound is in order because I had to adjust the volume settings a little bit. Mic check. Alright. Guess it seemed okay, fairly balanced. I don't know. I hope the music's not like kind of coming in too loud and overpowering stuff. Because I had to kind of turn it off for a short while yesterday when I was kind of playing some games with Jade on stream. So yeah, well, yeah. So I mean, because I joined in on Jade's stream, right? I was kind of just helping him, like kind of get his game a little bit more together and stuff like that. Well, surprisingly, it's like he picked up the game pretty quickly. I mean, like at least managed to sort a little bit of his problems out. One of the good things also, like I said, he kind of struggles. I mean, I noticed while playing with him, he struggled a little bit less, with regards to his time bank and things like that. I mean, we managed to kind of shorten the thought process a little bit for now, because he used to get really confused. I mean, he was like staring at like stuff, looking at each individual tiles and trying to like process them, rather than trying to actually look at the whole entire shape, right, and try to work with that. So it burns his clock down a lot less. Well, he seems to be enjoying the game. I mean, he played 5 odd hours straight, and that is after I arrived. I mean, God knows how long he was playing before then, right? So anyway, oh, okay, 24 more games. I thought I had 25 more games. Well, alright. So yeah, as a result of that, they managed to come back on and like, continue racking stuff up, or rather continue racking games in. But yeah. Alright. I guess we jump in. I'm not sure, man. I hope the music's kind of balanced. Worst case, I'll turn it down a little bit or something. Let's see. Talking about music though, I think I'm starting to regret like using faith to redeem undivided wisdom. Oops, it's my turn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a good alternative to bamboo sometimes, but I realize the thing with bamboo, which is like kind of the background music that we're kind of listening to now, right? The thing with bamboo is that like it can kind of just go on and on and on, and you're kind of okay. But I just feel like undivided wisdom, kind of grinds on you mentally after a while. I don't know, maybe put it on for a little bit. I mean, like, I spend money I spend like faith redeeming it, right? So it's like, I might as well make the most out of it. Or at least use it from time to time. Yeah. Alright. Oh, okay. Dora 5. Yeah. I was kind of distracted before we kind of got started, right? Dora 5. Infamous Dora 5. So yeah, so let's talk about, the red 5s. Very dangerous. Right? But it's always good when you have them. And alright. I'm gonna do this first for now. Alright. I keep this option a little bit open for a little bit of pair hunting, stuff like that and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, good thing with well, good thing and bad thing with Dora 5. Okay, there we go. Use this as a pair. Good thing and bad thing with Dora 5, right? Is that, I mean, when you have them, they're really strong, right? Like this is like 2, this is 1 kind of thing, So just this alone is like worth more than a Honetsu, So it's kind of like 3 Honetsu without building, I'm just gonna take it. So it's like child time, man. Because on the flip side, I kind of lose the Ibeko here, but it's like, whatever. It's like first game. I'm not gonna stress about it. So, let me see. You just can kind of sneak one in here. Fairly high point game. Quickly get into Tempai and just kind of manage it from there. Plus, I kind of got rid of most of the ends anyway, right? So kind of just sit here and chill. Oh, plus your dealer, that's right. Yeah. So yeah. So as always, I mean, like first game always takes a while. Takes a while to get warmed up. I didn't get enough sleep yesterday as well. No, I can't do that. Don't want to do that. I'll just stick with the 4, I guess. My argument, to kind of go 3-6 there actually, come to think of it. Nah, I think it's fine. Just leave it. Though the downside, I think, like 4 is kind of going to be a little bit tricky, but I guess also doing this kind of keeps some optionality. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Do I want to? Do I want to? I'm gonna do this. Alright, might seem a little bit weird, but I kind of have a little bit of a small rationale to it. So, of course, yeah, worst case you kind of deal in here, right? But so I'm not too concerned about that, right? It's like 2 hand, yeah, okay. So anyway, logic was kind of like, alright, maybe I wanted to see if I can farm the 7p instead. Since the 8 was kind of pawned out, right? People tossing 4s around, that sort of stuff. Yeah, you could argue and say that, well, kind of coming out there, tossing the 3 out is gonna be like, whatchamacallit? Tossing that 3 out, especially being so close to Adora, you kind of like get into these situations sometimes, but yeah. I kind of had a dealer hand which I wanted to push a little bit, so if I felt that like, that was kind of like a way where it was more likely to actually, like, I guess win the hand, I was kind of willing to take the shot. But well, I don't know. Sometimes you try, sometimes you don't make it. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, as I always say, well, if you think it was a bad play, feel free to let me know. I'm always open. Anyway, alright, as always, so maybe not a good start. Well, okay, it's not a horrific start, right? I mean, like, we've watched the streams, we've seen it, we know it can get a lot worse. Alright, so it's not a horrific start. I mean, it's like 2-point hand. You can kind of like figure something out along the way. Although the things that being East games is kind of like gotta figure out a way, gotta figure out a way fast, right? Right now, at this point in time, this hand kind of like, not looking very promising. Like kind of promising, but not really promising. I mean, as usual, like Dora one. I guess it is. Yeah, the Dora one, it's like I kind of stuck with this. Whatchamacallit? I stuck with this donkey weight. Right, there's kind of no way out of it. But the problem is that, like that, right? Problem is that if you, nah, it's fine. Yeah, the problem is like okay, fine. So we get out of it and we go into like Tanya or something like that, right? Even though there's like 9 risk, but let's assume we kind of get out of it and go into Tanya. Then you lose the Dora, and then go. It's like game 1 lose 1. It's like, duh, okay, then why? So yeah, I don't know. Not liking this hand for this reason. As always, It's like that girlfriend, that kind of like seems perfect in every little single way, but like kind of has bad breath, that sort of stuff. And you kind of like gotta put up with it, right? It's like, yeah, I guess we do this. Can't give a chance to draw a red 5, I guess, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, right, this darn Dora is kind of like, a little bit of trouble. I can argue and say that, well, kind of like chuck it off and kind of figure something else with the hand, but the problem is that we didn't really have much options outside as well. Or at least I didn't see any. Right. Good news is at least you're kind of seeing a variety of cards for change, right? you know, rather than facing Groundhog Day, which we have been for the last 3 weeks, right? It's like keep throwing and it keeps coming back, it keeps throwing and it keeps coming back. Oh, he's got that. This guy is clearly having a blast. I mean, he's won 2 games in a row, right? Let's just kill this one. Alright, it's a point score. Alright, so good news, bad news. Bad news is, right out of the gates, we're in last. Very first game. Good news is, and the second bad news is, well, it's already East 3, so that sucks. Good news is, our point difference are really small, right? Can be made up for, you know, with some kind of hand, if you can find one. Alright. And well, 2 games to go, still kind of plenty of Mahjong to play, so I guess we keep our fingers crossed, you know, pray to the Mahjong gods. I would burn some incense, but I'm indoors. Well, this is not happening. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come for the rest of the day. I don't really know how long I'll be playing. Well, it's kind of like just a couple of hours before dinner, right? I kind of decided to just hop in because I kind of felt like, oh man, I really wanted to crank those games out. Oh, okay, and I just realized something. Ha ha ha. I guess all that time spent trying to recover from our slide, right? You know, from master to expert. Alright, I remember when we first started off, I kept clicking Jade by reflex. Incidentally, I just realized that we are now clicking Gold by reflex. Oops. Alright, gotta remember, like next game, gotta be in Jade. Which is kind of even a worse thing to sort of happen now, right? Because so here we are in Gold. You know, I said the issue with playing like you know, 1 rank down as far as the rooms are concerned, right? Is that if you lose, you're kind of gonna lose that little bit more, but if you win, you're gonna win that little bit less. So like it's kind of like the upsides the upsides don't make up for the downsides, you know, which is why you kind of always want to play like at the highest rank that you can play if possible, you know. Yeah, I guess Honetsu. I'm kind of taking a guess here. I mean, clearly there's gonna be a little bit more tile versatility of like the 8 and the 4s and stuff, and then you get this kind of bullshit, right? But then again, would we really miss it? The Tanky weight, yeah. Well, I guess we can't find a block lane and be kind of bitching and moaning about it, right? So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll bitch it. Either that we draw 7 right here and then it'll be really, really painful. Of course, as always, RNG chooses to mock us by giving us what we need for the Honetsu. Man. Alright, I don't like this, but I'm gonna do it. I really don't like this, but I'm really gonna do it. Right. Okay, let's get that. Yeah. Alright, this can go. Well, okay, so this is kind of not shaping up properly. I kind of felt the need to because, you know, with... Alright, let's just go. Keep our fingers crossed, nobody wants it. Yeah, I mean, like with this, you know, with the 3 here, we'll probably kind of like close this out with 2, with the 3, right? More often than not, right? You know, if you kind of leave the 8-9 hanging there, right? The only way to close it out is like, you know, hopefully you draw 8 or draw a 9, then it kind of becomes some weird pair or something. You kind of got to sort that shit out in the middle. So, what I kind of felt, alright, which way do we go? I guess we go this way, right? We do this. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Managed to fit Itsu in here somehow. A Tanky weight again. Really just wish I can like stop having to deal with Tanky weights. but unfortunately, well, that's the way it comes. The way it comes. A little bit risky, right? I mean, like, we have 4 cards. Need all of them. Very shit defense here. Good news is, no one's gonna surprise us with a Ricci, tell us to bend over. You know. Bad news is, well, this guy just hit a con and it's like running wild here. Hopefully he draws an F5. Maybe it's red. Oh, well, kind of close. But yeah, alright. So yeah, fairly aggressive play. Like just one directional. Just went barging in, right? But I don't know. Look at it yourself. Tell me, right? How else are we going to achieve a state of Tenpai in a sense? So, well, some aggression, some trade-off. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, alright. It's kind of tough call here, right? Yeah, I guess we do this. Unfortunately, it was the wrong choice. Yeah. Oh well, there's 2 Dylans. Go, we take maximum loss here. How exciting. Alright. I think it's kind of early pain as well, so it's like, it's okay. Kind of figure something out, kind of recover from it. If not, worst case, then we kind of end up suffering and I'll bitch and moan and whine. Right? Incidentally, I kind of like just chucked the post out on Reddit, you know, just said, hey, you know, well, this is kind of going on. If you guys want to come in and watch, come in and watch. You know. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll pop in, see how horrible I am. Have a good laugh. That's what we're all here for, have a good laugh. Enjoy my pain. It's alright. Alright. Got a potential for pretty nice combination draws here. So it's a matter of whether or not we can actually connect into it properly. So I guess 2 here is good. 7 here is good. Unfortunately, we kind of get the BS end of it. Alright, with Tenpai, but I'm gonna lose it. Because a couple of players might kind of disagree, like, oh, why are you doing this kind of stuff, but alright, this I take. This I'll take. Right. So, what will you lose Tenpai? Blah blah blah. Well, you know what? I kind of had one of my 3s there, right? So I'm gonna be waiting on the last 3 and like the Dora, kind of good luck, and so it's fine. So you know what? I was kind of willing to take a step back. Alright, kind of improve the draw a little bit. Let's give it a chance for like maybe a 7, so you kind of have a 3-sided weight, right? You can kind of do it on this side as well. Draw a 6, you know, we're waiting 1-4, 1-4-7. And the good thing with with the setup for both, right, is that we were not Fury 10 at all. Because sometimes, like, you know, these kind of shapes start out and then you're like having the 1, and you toss it out, and then suddenly you like draw this, like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing. Right, like yeah, one, you know, you're kind of at 1, 2, 3, right? And then you toss it out, and then like next thing you end up at 2, 3, 4, you know. And then while doing some other shit, you draw a 5, and next thing you know, end up with a 6, and then you're like, oh, this is good, 3-sided weight, right? You're like 3-sided weight, and then after you realize that, like, oh wait a minute, shit, I tossed the 1 out earlier, and I'm like Fury 10 for the whole entire shape. And you kind of like face that really bad decision, right? Like, do I, you know, do I try and Tsumo even though I'm in Fury 10? Right? Do I reach into it? Right? I kind of had like this strange, like, I don't know, it's like 5 card weight or something like that, but I was in Fury 10. Well, then I kind of opted to self-draw it, right? Kind of opted for a Tsumo, which it hit. Then after I was questioning myself, right? Like, should we reach in that circumstance? Should we actually reach in that circumstance? Or should you just try and, like, you know, self-draw quietly and hopefully, like, well, I wouldn't say the situation changes. I mean, it was like a 5 card weight, right? A 5 card weight. What could you possibly do, you know, to kind of wiggle out of it? And would you actually, okay, and would you actually trade a 5 card Fury 10 weight, right? It's gonna be some bullshit like 2, 3, 4, you know, 2, 3, 4, 7 or some strange number like that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Get rid of that, kind of work this in. See if I can get a Tanya of this as well. Yeah, right. would you trade a 5-card Furitan Wait? I mean, with decent outs. We're talking about decent outs here, yeah. Can I wrap up if I do this? No, I can't. So okay, never mind. As always, life mocks us, right? Among all of this, right? Among all of this, we draw the stupid donkey. I mean, like, always happens to me, you know? Yeah, but again, back to the question. Sorry, I keep like getting distracted by hand, right? Would you trade a 5-card Furitan Wait?
No.
For like maybe like a ramen, you know, standard weight kind of thing? Would you? I don't know. I don't really have the answer. I guess for myself, it's kind of situational. But what are you kind of inclined to do, right? So surprisingly, in spite of that fiasco, right, we actually end first, right? It's kind of interesting question here, right? It's like, yeah. Well, if anything, at least okay, all right. Managed to dig ourselves out of that hole, you know. So sometimes, well, you kind of deal in, but it's not the be all end all, right? Get fingers crossed, pray to the Mahjong gods, pray for some divine intervention, kind of hit some Hanuman Sumo or something like that. Usually though, there we go, right? Technical room again. Kind of gotta go into G, fortunately. Alright. Incidentally, right? If you just joined, you're wondering why am I watching? Why am I watching? Why are you watching? Now, incidentally, if you just joined, you're wondering why am I playing East games? Well, it's because I just want to get that done. Play 3,000 East games. I think it was 3,000, 5,000. I can't remember the number. 3,000. Play 3,000 East games. You know, like quest, I guess. Out the window for collectors, so that we can not have to worry whether or not we play East ever again. Not that I have a thing against East, right? But I mean, over time I kind of started to enjoy South games a little bit more, and I've not touched East, but I really would like to get that done. So yeah, that's kind of the story and the motivation behind it. Alright. Whoa, I hate this spot. I really hate this spot. I'm not dealer. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take a chance here. It's kinda... Alright. Like that. Oh man, this is... Alright, this is annoying. This is annoying. Right. I mean, you agree that I kind of extracted maximum value out of that hand. Kind of, right? I mean, early reachy, right? Early reachy, pinful, that sort of stuff. You know, I kind of always value early reachies because, well, everybody kind of haven't figured their shit out yet, right? But the problem is that what do we have to give out, you know, to do that? Wow, like 2 Hakus, 1 Red 5. It's like, jeez, well, good start. But well, you know what? We won, got some points. So then again, hence the argument, right? Was it the right decision, the wrong decision? I kind of anticipated that you know, I had, or rather, wouldn't say anticipated. I kind of had the feeling that that kind of bullshit was gonna happen the moment like I saw the Haku and the shape of the hand, right? A pretty high chance you kind of fill out that 3-sided weight there fairly quickly, you know. Then it kind of came down to like, you know, like between the 5 and the 7, what's gonna happen there, right? And you're kind of screwed both ways anyway, because if you actually draw the 6 there, then you're kind of tanky on the pair, right? As I mentioned before, if you're tanky on a pair, then you lose pinful, and there's absolutely no way that you can... Well, there is one way, I suppose, right? Which is that you kind of draw into like a 4-4-5-6 shape and be waiting on 4-7 or something like that. But I mean... oh man, it's like some neither here nor there Chi Tui hand. I guess you can't complain because like, I mean, if you have the Dora and Chi Tui, it's kind of... well, it will be a Hanuman hand. But what I'm gonna opt to do is do it this way for some flexibility instead, right? I mean, it's less painful. Come on, we've all played Chi Tui. It's like it's a bitch of a hand to play. I don't know. The only times I guess I kind of enjoyed playing Chi Tui, right, is when you're actually trying to like get Ipeko and stuff like that, and next thing you know, it's like you suddenly get a Richie prom and you're like, wait a minute, what happened here, kind of thing, right? You realize, oh wait a minute, I have Chi Tui, right? Well, no, trying to actually actively hunt Chi Tui is like really a pain in the ass because like you're just gonna be bouncing around. Oh, okay, tough spot. Alright. Again, I'm gonna do it. People will wonder why. Please don't forget, this is East game. These are East games. Alright, this was a little bad. Anyway, you know what? I don't wanna, not really intending to stir shit. Just wanna like get my points, get out of here. Alright, you can argue that this is a bad discard, right? Because tossing the 5 would kind of like have kept 7 in play instead of this shit. I have no idea what I was thinking there. It was kind of stupid, I admit. Yeah, I'll just leave it this way. So, yeah. Anyway, I mean, like people tossing this out like candy, 7s, 8s. I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed, praying that we get the 6. Not liking how I'm playing at the moment though. If you notice, like first couple of games, it's like, yeah, I am sitting down here praying every single hand that I kind of get something rather than like manage the cards and kind of get it into a state where it's like, okay, it kind of flows a little bit better. With the exception of that last hand, right? That last hand was a little bit, like, I guess, better, even though we had to kind of give up some value for it. You know? Yeah, I didn't like the way I played that hand. Too much hope in that hand. Don't like to have too much hope in a hand. You know? Again, it's one of those, like, I feel, you know, slightly 50-50 spot. Right? Slightly 50-50 spot. There's a non-zero chance in some parallel universe somewhere, you know, it's like you're gonna opt to try and draw into the you know, draw into the ramen for the 2s and the we lose this. Draw into the ramens for the 2s and the 3s, right? I mean, more cards there, high probability, stuff like that. When the next thing you know, everybody's like tossing out all your pairs like candy kind of thing, and then it's like you're gonna be sitting there hating life, wishing that, you know, you kind of like chose better. Kind of like, I don't know, most things in my life, right? Kind of sit there, regret, wish that you have chosen better, but well, it's too late. Hands over. We didn't win. Somebody else won. Good news is we didn't do it for a change. Right here, we get our 2 pawns because like no reasonable way to build Honitsu, so I guess you kind of need to be happy with just 2. But it's okay. 2 moves us closer to 30,000. Plus we get the last turn. You kind of just, you know, can kind of scoot off with like a 1 hand or something like that, right? Wrap the game up and then run off. This whole point of East games, just go in, hit hard, hit fast, and GTFO. Of course, as always, we get mocked. Toss a 6, pull it back. It's kind of like the Mahjong gods helping our viewers with instant replays. So I always say, right? Let's see. We're still kind of okay so far. Interestingly though, you know, as much as I bitch about like Honitsu and stuff like that, we kind of just need to get rid of this too, and we have Honitsu. Not gonna do it though. I think it'll be too slow. Unless I might consider we draw a 3, I suppose. I don't know. This will be draw dependent. I'm not gonna spend too much brain power processing it before it happens. Can't figure out when it comes. It's one of those where it's like kind of like gotta look at it and see what the rest of the table is doing. Clearly though, our Toyman is having a blast. It's very reachy. They're not in good shape, right? Having called twice. So obviously with really bad defensive cards on our side. So kind of gotta make it work somehow, I guess. Can we go with this? Get the Tenpai. Fairly risky discard. Alright. Actually, I think we can. I'm gonna try. I think we can. I don't know, like for myself, sometimes the conditions is like, well, if you kind of toss a 1 that early, you know, his shape around there probably would be a little bit bad, so we can kind of get away with it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. If there's a better way to think about it, you know, I'll think about this. Do let me know, because like, intro 26s. Alright, this is kind of sketchy. Yeah, that sounds kind of sketchy, so I'll give this one up. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. I mean, not for Tuhan and like, you know, a donkey weight. I'm not gonna try. So yep, we're gonna chicken mode. Run with our tails between our legs. And we're just gonna hang on for dear life, try and survive. I'm gonna toss this first. Because I know we can get away with it, and in the unlikely event that someone decides to reach you all of a sudden, especially this guy. I mean, dealer would definitely try and like push his, well, not push, but he would definitely try to do something with his hand, right? So yeah. And next thing you know, like you kind of like hold on to the 7, toss the pay first, and then like next thing you know, he reaches, and like, do you really trust the 7 there, right? Especially if we cannot find a hand. We only had a couple cards. Not find a hand, like cannot find a safe card amongst your hand. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit down there and probably hate life, right? Because like could toss the 7 out, didn't, right? So I go the absolute safe pay, even though the 7 was kind of safe at that moment, but had that chance to like become really dangerous after. So, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna lose this first, and then kind of decide, right? Kind of happy to work another block here somewhere. Just kind of settle. The only way to kind of improve that block will kind of result in some donkey weight again. We all know how I love my donkey weights. Not. Alright. I don't like this spot. I don't like what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would kind of disagree as well. Like, why you do this? Well, why I do this is because I'm gonna try and work the 4 instead. I know it's kind of stupid, but a really stupid way. Looking at it now, I'm maybe regretting just that little bit, but I think we can recover out of it. Yeah, because drawing the 8 would have just given us like... Drawing the 8 would just have like given us, whatchamacallit? Tenpai. That's right, Tenpai. Yeah, this is where it kind of gets a little bit sketchy. Alright. So I guess it's kind of where we shot ourselves in the foot, right? I mean, chuck the 9, then immediately chuck the 7, try to work the 4. I guess I could kind of hope for this, but... All's not lost though. If we draw a 6, we can still kind of like make it. I am kind of tempted, maybe we can just reach here as well. Put some pressure on the table, but... If we reach, we kind of move into... Let's see what the shape's like. Oh man, if do this is this really horrible weight as well. Bad news is though, you know what? Let's just gamble. Yeah, no, the bad news with that is that I realized also we're kind of sitting in 3rd, right? So if it's already reachy, we're 3rd, right? And spend some time trying to like figure out this done 6, and if we don't get it, then kind of screwed. So it's one of the things where I think we just kind of have to go for the right. The bad news is, well, he kind of cheated with the 5. That's not good for our handshake overall. I think we lose this, to be very honest. Take a miracle. But yeah, I don't know. In context of the whole entire hand, when I look at it, it's like, yeah, it'll be tough. Right. And alternatively, we could kind of try to stall and hope somebody else like kind of does something for us. But I guess we do it. Make it some rain shun or something. Good news is it was the right number. Bad news is it was the wrong suit. Okay, so, alright. This is way too loud. I think this is way too loud. Alright, let's just kind of trim it down just a little bit. So yeah, again, East games, totally no skill involved, just kind of like randomly do shit. Alright, and there you go. Bang. Not liking it, but you know what? Sometimes it kind of works. Not liking it, not proud of it. Alright, that's probably why I ended up sliding 3 ranks, you know. Kind of aggressive play, kind of produces a lot of volatility. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's go back there and have a look at it again. Didn't really see any other win conditions, right? That was kind of immediate, right? And the fact that we had to kind of like deal with immediate is because of the the points, right? So he reaches, let's say he reaches, and then if he reaches, there's some kind of bullshit Mangan hand. Let me see if it was. So Aurora was a 4, so 5. Let's say he Zumos. It'll be Richidora. If it's Zumos with the Ura, so Richidora. Yeah. I mean, if it's Zumos this hand, so okay, I wasn't thinking to this detail, like in terms of the math, right? But it was kind of roughly worked out in my head at that point in time. Not like we have a lot of time to think and digest all this, or at least I'm slow in that sense, but that was kind of what I saw. So I guess it was kind of good that I was right. You know, was that if he Zumos here, right? So if he Zumos here, you know, being dealer, we're definitely going to take more than a 1,000 point loss, which is going to automatically possibly even put us in last. So, you know, with like a hand like with this Richie Dora kind of thing, you know, I think you kind of just have to go, right? At least like put up a fight. You know, I don't think there was going to be enough time for us to like kind of swap out, go to Tanya, trying to draw a better draw, and we kind of fucked this draw up anyway, right, with the 7. So you're kind of, for most part, you know, in a situation where you're unlikely to be able to kind of work your way into something better that's going to be fast enough to, you know, hold up to the Ricci, right? Lucky thing though, it was kind of like the last 5 available that he draw, so, well, shit luck on him. Kind of happens. Variance. Somebody's kind of just gotta take advantage of it, right? Anyway, I know it was very, very quick. I just need to use the washroom, so I'll be right back. I won't put on my be right back. It'll just take a couple of minutes. I won't even take a couple of minutes, probably like 2. Just need to scoot out and scoot back. I will be back. Alright, I am back. Guess we can kind of hop into our second game. Good news is we kind of sorted that issue about clicking goal by reflex now fairly quickly. Bad news is it really does feel that Jade East games kind of run just a tad longer compared to Go. Does kind of feel that way. Alright, what do we have here? Well, it looks like rubbish as usual. Fairly standard hand. Highly dependent on a draw. Okay, fingers crossed. Again, always keeping our fingers and toes crossed. Very standard. So far, nothing interesting. Which is kind of good. Honestly, I'm very, very thankful and appreciative that we're actually seeing draws come in. And I'm kind of out of that funk of constantly drawing terminal tiles and like just all around general agony. Alright, I'm just gonna keep working this side, I guess. Got too many. And once again, this is why I always say, why bother thinking so hard? Because it's like, it's kind of quick, fairly easy for him. Where's that kind of bullshit for me? I have no idea. Right? Your dealing rate is too high. Alright. If you can show me how to dodge shit like that, do let me know, right? So, that's rather annoying, but it's okay, it's fine. Incidentally, excuse me. Incidentally, we dealt into the Daizangen yesterday. Still managed to make it out the other side, so Dilamangan, not the worst. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still hurts, but whatever. Let's check this guy out. Master 2. Wow, alright. You know what? It's fine. He's been having a bad time. Can totally relate with that, so. Not too happy about him seeking consolation at my expense, but what can you do? I was the chosen sacrifice. Once again, we're missing a pair. Unfortunately, we kind of got one here, but it cannibalizes our ramen weight. Which kind of means we need to draw something here. It's gonna be an average draw as well, right? It's gonna be like 5, unless it's a red 5. That's the thing of beauty, right? No, red 5. Come on. But yeah, so I was saying, we could cannibalize this way. Unless we can't get a 6 or a 9 fairly quickly. Bad thing about this hand though is like, we're not gonna get Doras. I don't see any way we can reasonably incorporate Doras as well. But of course, having said that, that's where we draw one, and then like now we're kind of like in a lot of discomfort. Good news is we didn't kind of kill the weight on the other side, like tossing at 8 or something. So hopefully we draw a 7, become Ramen, toss this out, have Pinful, right? Maybe Patsuzumo. Gotta hit our Hanuman, because I gotta be careful, because once I start spewing stuff like that, that's when I'm gonna deal in. So, the more hopeful you are, more problems you get. Of course, is there any other way out of this? Is there any other way out of this? You know what? We're shit on points anyway, so might as well just gamble. I wonder if there's any way out of this. Well, I guess if you draw a 3, right, then you can kind of squirm your way into a slightly better way. Kind of hoping to just Suji with this, you know, the 1-4, like maybe some guy decides to toss a 7 out or something like that. I think that's kind of like our only aggressive route. Alright. If we can survive this, I think it's kind of good, right? Because, alright, well, but that's of course we missed the you know, but never mind, it's fine. We get some points back. We kind of need all the points that we can get now. Alright, this is the second time we kind of got away with this kind of bullshit, so I don't know. Hope I don't burn through all my luck for the day. Alright, as you can see, like from our earlier session, we're already kind of paying the price immediately at the start of this round, so I don't know. Bad news is we didn't hit any Uras, so we're still stuck. We're still very stuck. It's points difference, 4,000 to 8,001. Small consolation is that, you know, we kind of find a big hand somehow. We can still kind of wiggle our way out of this. Or if we find a medium-sized hand and he deals into us, we can kind of still like shift that place around. But I'm kind of not hopeful. Not like we have a great hand anyway. Like some, you know, some 4th place defying comeback hand that's like gonna be really easy to play. Right. See, right. Like right now, we're gonna be missing a block. I guess you can kind of argue for like maybe keeping an Itsu option open. Maybe. Alright. You know what? Screw it. So I'm just gonna toss this out. Okay, just kind of think in this kind of combination, right? You have so many overlaps, right? Like the 4 overlaps, the 7. Yeah, the 4 overlaps, the 7 overlaps, right? How many of these do you hope to draw? You know, so kind of like at least reduce it a little bit, right? This way they only share the 4 as compared to like sharing the 4, sharing the 7, sharing everything. You know, like the village bicycle kind of thing. Also, the other things that kind of gives us like Tanyao. Could kind of argue. Okay, I'm gonna lose this as well. Could kind of argue for Shanshoku here, I suppose. But we have none of it. Like nothing completed. We don't even know what kind of Shanshoku we're gonna get, right? Okay, this hand's not doing good. When everything keeps getting split into Tanki and then like, you know, kind of reversing back the wrong way. So, alright, we got one. We got one! The bad news with this though is by doing this we kind of lack a pair, right? So we kind of gotta break this up, which kind of means we lose 2 things. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Oh, I felt like that was gonna happen. It's fine. Okay. So it worked this way, I guess. I mean, the Manzu kind of looks a little bit safe to let go, so kind of good that way. But yeah, so now we have the fantastic problem of like being short of a pair. So we need to grow one. We need to grow a pair. Good news is we kind of just grew one fairly quickly. Kind of like puberty. But the bad news is, let's see, one. Bad news is now Tanya goes out the window, right? Tanya goes out the window. Oh crap. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, that's bad. Alright, that was annoying. It didn't do the toot 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 thing. Let me get our Tenpai, and then we kind of screw. Let me end up throwing this anyway. Whatever. Okay. Alright. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I guess we kind of burned off all our luck, right? Now I'm hearing the beep beep beep. Okay, maybe the music's a little bit too loud. But you know what? Just crank that sound effect up a little bit. Jeez. Alright. Never mind. That's kind of desperate there. It's annoying. We would have hit a 2 more. Shit. Alright. Yeah, music's too loud. I need to. Music's too loud. That beeping was a little bit too soft. Let's spend a little bit less time like trying to decide on that. Alright, can't make do with this. So yeah, as I was saying, right, see, burn off our luck. You know, can't get a little bit distracted, spend too much time to think, burn off our clock. Next thing you know, it's like, which is unfortunate because we kind of got all the pairs. We kind of got all the draws that we needed, right? Ah, well, it's okay. It's fine. Again, it's like what, the third game of the day. You know. I was kind of doing this along with the stream. It's like, it's okay. So, you get a little bit distracted sometimes. Gotta check the chat instead of someone, in case someone pops in. Don't really want to miss it. Not because I'm vain or anything, but I don't really want to be rude, right? Have someone pop in and say hi, and then kind of ignore them, even though it's like unintentional. Alright. It's okay. Anyway, kind of dealt into our dear friend over there. Who's been having a really bad time, so I guess it's kind of okay. Not like we've been having a fantastic time. Okay, well, it's kind of okay, right? So, good news is we have winning streaks, so I don't have to worry about like 10-game win streaks anymore. Which is kind of why I'm like getting that. Can we do this? No, we can't. Yeah, which is why I'm kind of burning through all the East games as well, right? Like get all this shit over and done with, especially if you're really, really close. Especially something like East games, like it's so specific. You know, it is so specific. Complete X number. Alright, just blasted away my chance at Shanshoku. I think unlikely though, because yeah, then we lose the pairs. That was too long-winded. Not likely to pull it off. But yeah. So back to what I was saying, right? It's like kind of like, what do we do here? Don't really want to do this, although I might not have a choice. No, I think we can do this. It's fine. All right. Yeah, I know by doing this we kind of lose the Dora. I'm kind of taking a chance that we can maybe draw a 5 here or something, get a little bit of a better draw. Of course, having said that, then we draw the 2, which is kind of like annoying, but we toss the 1 way back. And then I meant like tossing the 5 there, which, I mean, like, nobody in the right mind is going to do that, so... Alright, well, that didn't work. So clearly, this has not been a good game. Right. But it's okay. So yeah, as I was saying, about the East games thing, right? So I mean, it's such a specific requirement, like get X number of East games done, kind of thing. And I guess I was kind of on the fortunate end of it, like because I was primarily an East game player. I have no idea why. I guess it kind of just happened that way. All the previous platforms that I've played on and stuff like that, for most part, I've always been playing East games. You know. So I did have a fairly reasonable amount of East games already racked up, and then kind of took a look at it. I was just like, oh, okay, actually we're kind of close, so maybe we'll just get it out the window, right? Which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, like that, like winning streak, for example, right? Like sometimes you get some of these things where it's just a pain in the ass to get through, like 10 games in a row. God knows how many times I came close, right? With like 9 games, and then it's like, then you kind of just mess up that last one. It's like, oh, especially that last game. That last game was so, was so much pressure. Which is why I like to just get it over and done with, right? Not have to worry about it. So another what? 20 more games or so, thereabouts. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Try maybe open up Tanya a little bit. Yeah, 20 or so games, and then be done with that, right? Then we have optionality. Like, there's no like, oh man, I need to play another like 5 East games or something like that. It's like, it's all done. Whatever I pick and choose. I want to play East, I play East. I play South, I play South. More often than not, though, I think I'm probably gonna be playing South a lot more. Alright, well, kind of got a decent Tanya here, I suppose. Ishan 10 with 5. Alright. But for this to improve the pinful is kind of like a bit, actually no, we're not, we're not Ishan 10, we're 2 Shanten. 2 Shanten. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't say all the other words and just continue to be like, yeah, we're Ishan 10. which usually means like somebody else will win at this point in time. Alright, well, this is all very, very familiar. Alright, 9,000 through. Got rack up points fast. Unfortunately, this is not looking like the hand to do it. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. Oh man, we don't have a cheatway. Not that I like to play cheatway, it's just looking at what are the options here. I can kind of pair this up, hope we draw this, so then I can fill this out. It's like in an ideal world, which is kind of looking promising at the moment, I suppose. Alright, now we're Ishan 10. Because then we kind of have this annoying problem whereby like Tanki both ways. Can't Suji because you lose the 5. Well, not can't Suji because you lose the 5, but rather like, will you rather Suji and lose the 5, especially when you're so low and desperate on points? Or take your chances with the 6. Alright. I think you guys know which way I'm going to swing. I'm probably going to swing with the 6 because, well, now we have the 4 too. Yeah, we need the points. Just can't go to it. I don't think we'll make it though. Not feeling like we'll make it. Don't really like to like try and do shit with this kind of hands because they're kind of painful. I gotta pick. We have to pick. I think we do this. We've tossed the 1, tossed the 7. Now we're waiting on the 4. It's kind of like two-way, open invitation. Of course, you know, we kind of get lucky. Here. God, we've done this so many times. Alright. Yeah, we've done this so many times. Like, what bullshit. That's okay. Alright. Oh, the third. We're actually third with a chance at first. Alright. Well, I take it. I take it any day. Now the thing is, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna break Itsu. Go for Pinfu. Hope we can kind of break this up nicely, hopefully, which is kind of working out. I guess best card to draw would be the 8. Best card to draw would be the 8 here, right? Then we kind of use a pair. Well, 6 would be fine as well, I guess. 6 would be fine. Yeah, 6 would be fine. Toss a 5, then kind of have that, and then like kind of hope we draw that. Alright. Okay, so 6 is probably the best now. I guess we do this. Don't really have a choice. 5 kind of helps, kind of doesn't help. Because we toss a 7, we draw a 6 with, you know, even though it kind of changes into a really, really good way, we are kind of written. This is annoying though. Of course he tosses the 4. I'm gonna do this. So 1-4. We're kind of locked in with no real way of getting into Tanyao right here. It's kind of bad because we can't chow our way out of here. You know, om nom nom, and it's just like, oops, alright, Dilamangan kind of thing. Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Seriously, God. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Alright, it's a bit sketch, but I'm gonna do this. Worst case, I lose the $7. I'm kind of prepared to do that. Well, the bad news is we kind of toss the 6 out, right? So, okay, maybe not such a bright idea after all. Well, it's okay. I can still kind of draw the 8 here. Man, we have Doras both ways. That kind of sucks. Alright, kind of got 1/2 of this. No, we can't do that. Okay, can do this. We can do this. It's kind of weird, but we can do this. Oh god, we have Fury 10 all over. What a mess. What a shit show. Yeah, really 10 all over. This is horrible. We're all 10. We're 10 all over with that one extra card that we didn't need. And then we kind of like drew in and filled backwards. Oh well, hits a mod. Game over. GG. Oh well, it's okay. We kind of come in last year. Yeah, I can't come in last year. It's a Hanuman. I'm gonna take maximum damage from this. Oh well. Okay. Oh, won that as well, I think. Ishanten. Got the 6, got the 4. Yeah, we kind of could have won that. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna be fussed about it. I think it was just one of those like rounds as well that was just kind of a bit strange. Like up and down, up and down, up and down kind of thing, and then finally down. And we're drawing like really strange door sort of way, right? So we kind of like gotta find a way and squirm around. Yeah, but I think it's okay. No big deal. Can kind of recover. I think we'll recover from it. It's annoying. It's rather annoying, but I think we'll recover from it. I'm gonna toss this. Smoke the 9 a little bit. One could argue that we can kind of go for that Yakuman. No, we can't. We have the. We have the. Well, 9s out. We can't lose it. We have the 6s. Well, it's still a Yakuman option, right? Which is like what, Suanko, but we're a little bit too far for that. So, what am I hoping for here? Draw east, draw the Dong, on our way out, make out like a bandit. I think that might work. Man, we lose the Dong. It's fine. Keep the utility of the 8. 7, get this over and done with. Kind of have like this weird situation where we have cards that are fairly unmaneuverable. Because we draw the 9, because we toss it out. Don't be surprised, we see the 1 next, or 2. 2 is okay actually, kind of blends with the 4, right? It will immediately put us in like Ishanten, so yeah, fairly limited options here. I'll do this though. I'll do that fairly safely. Man. Alright. We lose the 9s because they're. Yeah, we lose the 9 because we lose the 9. We can lose the 9, lose the 8 safely kind of thing. The ones might not be 100% safe. Well, frankly, right now, I'm just kind of happy to get through games. You know, just kind of happy to get through games and get the whole East game thing out of the way. For now. Right? Don't really want to focus on too many things at once, or have too many things to think about. Alright, Ishanten. No. So now we can kind of toss this instead. We know this is safe. If we draw a 3, we're in Tempai. Second option to draw a 3. Of course, we don't draw a 3, draw a 6 instead. I think 6 should be fine. Take a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of risk. A little bit 50-50 draw. Sorry, 50-50 chance. But I think it was kind of okay. We're still okay here, surprisingly enough. Alright, here's where we're kind of screwed. Yeah, don't think a 3 can go. That's okay. We're not dealer. Don't take the worst of it. Welcome to goal, I suppose. Welcome to goal. Toss this out first. Don't intend to keep this long. Just want to see if there's any possible Shanshoku here. But frankly speaking, these kind of Shanshokus, you know, the 9s will be a little bit annoying and a little bit hard to build because you kind of have to deal with tankies, right? Although Shanshoku is 2, so it kind of makes it just that little bit more worthwhile. Just that little bit. Because in an ideal world, we kind of draw the 8, draw the 7, then we draw the 8 here, and then kind of reach it and draw the 9, right? But that's really being optimistic, I think. One could argue, probably better to toss the 9 first and keep the 4. I was quick. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yep, take a chance at this card. It's a bit fresh, but wasn't sure about the 9 as well. It's usually, you know. Well, pipe dreams, right? There's a 3. No. Again, you wonder why I'm doing this. Why is this so risky? Because it's East Games. It's East Games, and this is like my dealer hand. So I kind of really gotta make the most out of it, right? It's not really gonna get shafted. It's still 2 Shanten though, miles away. This is like super slow hand, but alright. Good news the 8 got through, right? 8 got through, maybe 2, 5, 8. The whole entire ship here is free. So one good thing, I guess, is that we have one good thing is we have whatchamacallit it. We have safe cards all the way here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Hand value is kind of big enough anyway. Once again, some bullshit here. Right. So I say in East Games, better to be lucky than good. Miss that Ura though, which would be nice, because it kind of gives us our Haneman. But you know what? Given how it panned out, you know, then we just need to be happy with our small wins, small gains, small bits of luck. Right. I'm not gonna be overly demanding. Yeah, I guess upon this. Go opt for some speed, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Opt for some speed. Toss this out, try and keep the shape. If this comes, then we can kinda like work this out or something. Bad news is of course that comes. Then we get greedy. Try and work it back in again. Just kinda annoying. But you know what? Sedora gives us something easy. Let's just try. Kinda got a little bit of a lead here. So we can kinda push it a little bit. Carefully. Because the moment I say that, you know, I'm likely to start dealing in all over the place. There we go. Alright, again, sometimes some good luck is really required. Bad news is though, we kinda haven't figured out what to do with this yet, right? It's not really coming, kinda sitting there, doing nothing. It would be really funny at Epic if we kinda draw the 8 here, right? But 3, 5, 8, yeah. I think it's pretty likely we're gonna have to lose this. Pretty likely. Actually, no, I think there's a fair outside chance. It doesn't look like we're getting a lot of pins here. A lot of pins and needles. Doesn't look like we're getting that. This guy's still like clearing out his shit cards, so which means we kind of don't wrap this up in the next couple of turns. There we go. Yeah, we lose the 9. Alright, okay. Alright, hands kind of decent, I suppose. Alright, Ishanten. People from Reddit is probably gonna come in like, oh man, check out this bullshit here. But you know what? Hey. It's my turn for bullshit, right? I had to go through like a 15 game loss streak, you know, that was really, really absolutely horrible. Kept pulling like terminals every single turn. Can you imagine? 15 turns. 15, yeah, 15. I counted. It's painful. 15 turns of terminals. Couldn't even make Kokushi with those discards. You know, they were all just repeats like 999, 111. You know, the only way to have won those hands was to just toss out everything that you see here, right now. You know, and kind of just draw in all the way. Alright, so that was not a good sign because, well, he just kind of killed pretty much almost all our outs there. But it's okay. I think we can kind of make it work. All we need is to pawn the 5, toss the 7. I think we'll be fine. The one small consolation that we have is the 7 is safe. And that is the kind of the card. That is kind of the card that I want to let go. Let me toss it first, I guess. Oh, he gets the 8. Not the 8. He gets his Tsumo. I think it's fine. Sort of. I think it's fine because we kind of get second place. Still got a shot to like give it back to him. Still got a small shot at giving it back to him. 2,000 points. It's a shit Dora to have. It's a shit Dora to be attempting this with. It's okay, we can kind of do this. Well, we have this that we can kind of work in. Then promise the Dora is going to be a pain in the ass, right? Unless you draw a second one, ponder. Alright, well, half the drop is done. Lose this. Happy to lose this. Keep this a little bit better than that. We draw a none now, it'll be really, really good. Really good. Wouldn't complain. Draw the none now. The other way, I guess, if we can kind of like get the Tenpai really, really quickly, then we Tanki the 9 and be really, really annoying to everybody else. That might work as well. It won't work with the 1 though. We run out of cards. But the good news is, not run out of cards. If we need a pair, we can't really do this with that one. Good news is we are kind of close to Onitsu, which gives us the necessary Yaku-Han, gives us the necessary gives us the necessary Han to kind of like make magic work, right? Alright, let's just try it. I mean, it's a little bit aggressive again, as always, a little bit aggressive, like chow a lot of cards, nom nom, and then it's like kind of hope the hand isn't even completely formed kind of thing, but we can kind of push it a little bit here until somebody reaches, then we're gonna hate life. But I mean, that draw is kind of okay. Oh, I don't like this. Alright, I gotta lose this. Alright, so 8's dead. We only have the 5. Yeah, 2 safe. Alright, so I mean, if Kami-chan kind of deals in here, we also have a shot. Run? No, didn't work. Alright. Okay, so we kind of don't really have a choice here, I think. We just gotta fold and hope he deals in. Wow. Alright, well, best outcome. We get second, it's fine. Second, it's fine. Oh no, there's one more turn. It's E3. I thought it's E4. Alright. Okay, well, we kind of played the way we were played if we if it had been East 4 as well anyway, so not a big deal. Here though, let's see. So now it's 1-6. We still need 2. Good news is we need 2 and not 2 plus, right? It's kind of annoying to be chasing 2 plus because it's like depending on the circumstance. Sometimes if someone reaches, then you can kind of like utilize that as like the extra. Sometimes it doesn't happen all the time. That's a problem, right? So 2, I guess with Richie Tanyao is kind of good enough to get the job done. So not too fussed about it. Bad news is Dora is a 1, so I don't know if there's even a way to kind of reasonably incorporate it. Good. The other thing also I kind of realize here is that with Ishan tend to Chitui, which as I mentioned again, you see, that's the thing with Chitui, right? It kind of happens by accident. You're kind of like just fiddling around your hands, doing some shit and stuff like that. And next you know, it's like, wait a minute, I'm like Chitui Tenpai. Because the bad news is once you realize it, you're gonna try and work it in, right? It's kind of better if you like kind of just, you know, like it kind of happens before you realize it, kind of thing. Could argue for Tui Tui, but nah, it's not gonna do that. Well, Chitui Tanyao gives us what we need to. Chitui Tanyao gives us what we need for first. See, it's a problem. This is a problem with Chitui that I really don't like. I really absolutely do not like one bit. But you know what? Alright. Let's just go for it. I'm kind of gonna have to lose the 6 as well, because then worst case we kind of try and keep that shape. Alright. Be really annoying if we draw the 4 here, but whatever. Yeah, Chitui Tanyao is kind of it's all we need. Also unfortunate that like this is so separated that we kind of can't make it work as well. So we're really just down to drawing 5-6 or 7, right? Man, I hate playing Chitui, I really do. Even if it's like Chitui Tanyao with like no Dora. Worst part is that like not many bamboos are coming out as well. So far everything has been characters and whatnot. And also what's really annoying is that if you had actually like just gone with Tui Tui instead, we'd actually be in Tenpai. But you know what? I'd rather kind of put the pressure on the dealer to perform. Screw this, man. Look at this. You know what? Screw the Chitui lah. Which is kind of annoying because we tossed the 6 out here, right? But yeah, screw the Chitui. Because having said that, then we'll probably draw something here that we kind of would have made it work. Here, I guess 1-4, we're in Tenpai. Kinda sucks. But it's okay. Alright, well, he can put the nail in the coffin for Tui Mian, but it's okay. It's alright. Oh, that was too slow. Even if we got there, we wouldn't have like hold it off. But second's fine. Fairly smooth cruising second, so I guess it's kinda okay. Didn't really keep track as to like how many points we lost the previous round for our last place finish. Whoa, there we go. See, click and go again. Right. Good news is, in spite of the fact that there are only 600 players in Jade East, we are getting games fairly quickly. Low queue times, sorry. So that's kind of okay. Alright. Okay. As usual, piece of shit hand. So many ends. Kind of got to slowly work our way out of it. Slowly kind of dig our way out of it. And of course, RNG as usual. Giving us even more. Next thing you know, we end up with Kokushi. However, we already tossed everything out. Then we'll look back and like, oh man, we should have. Yesterday though, after dealing in the Daizangen, I actually had one of my own. Unfortunately, it did not complete. Started off, the heck kind of started off with like looking like Kokushi. I was kind of like, wow, okay, alright, we play Kokushi here. I started pairing up all the dragons, right? And next thing you know, I was sitting on Daizangen, But I was kind of also being a little bit greedy and working. I was kind of being a little bit greedy and trying to work a Suiso inside as well. Try and work a suicidal into it. Unfortunately, we didn't draw everything we needed to draw. We did get the Tempai though, but we had, as usual, a shitty Tempai, Tanki, no doubt, on the Iso, on the 1 soul. Right. And yeah, I didn't make it. Had a really bad draw. Like really bad draw. That one I remember because it was like really clear, very easy. So we were tanking on the ISO. And unfortunately, we drew a 2-man. Right? Drew a 2-man. And because the 2-man was Fury 10, son of a 1, 2, 3, really? How about this 1, 2, 3? Like, just fill this damn thing up instead. So yeah, we drew a 2-man, which unfortunately, so tempting, but we can't make it work. We drew a 2-man, which we're tanky on. No, sorry, which we're not tanky, which we're Fury 10 on, right? And then like Kami-chan just kind of retreat, right? So here's the thing. What would you do? What would you do in that situation? Kami-chan's Fury 10 Kami-chan is Richie, you're Fury 10 on your next draw, right? Waiting on a Yakuman. Wait Tempai on a Yakuman. This is so not happening. Man, got Rampeko chance brewing here, but like, with Rampeko we have no pair. That's the annoying thing. And it's kind of like, it's just kind of like Rampeko in theory, because this is not good. Don't like the way things are flowing. Kind of feels like someone is like Tempai or way closer than us, and like shit's kind of brewing. And whatever shit that is kind of largely involving our cards that we have. But yeah, sorry, keep getting digressed. What would you do in that situation? Man, which one was it? It's this one. Do we Richie? Nah, we don't Richie. We know Richie here. Actually, no, we can Richie. We have. Yeah, we have Ifeko. We can Richie here. Alright, so a lot of Tanya floating around. Problem is that this is kind of sketchy. I think it's okay, right? They ditched enough their cards. Why panic a little bit? Alright. Both were waiting on the same card as well. Oh well. As always, we're dealer, shit happens. Plus we reach it just before that. Didn't even get a chance to Ipatsu. That's okay. I mean, they say it didn't look like it was in pretty good shape. It's kind of sus. Felt really sus. Like my alarm bells were really ringing in my head. But I kind of got the Tempai on the 1-4 weight. It kind of felt like, oh man. Everybody else was like, looked like they were Tanyaoing. So, of course, as always, we kind of draw the wrong 8. Need the other one. And once again, I digress from my hand. The Daizanken that I was talking about. Right. So you draw the 2-man, right? Which you're Fury 10 on. Would you discard it? Alright. Into a Richie that was 1 turn before you. So that's the question that I would like to throw out there, I suppose. Throw out there is the word. Right. Anyway, incidentally, I ended up I threw the 2-man and then kind of Ipatsu the. I threw a 2-man and Ipatsu the Richie. Alright. Good thing is it was just like a small hand, so it wasn't that big a deal, but alright. Kinda not liking the way his hand's playing out. And like my general session overall was playing out. Like struggling a little bit. Struggled in the first game, struggled in the second game, struggled in the third game. Alright. So now here we have this problem, right? Alright. We could kind of do something weird here, right? We could kind of do something weird here. I know I'm kind of moving out of Tempai here, which is a bit unusual, but I am kind of hoping for maybe a better draw, right? Or at least like some kind of, or at least some kind, maybe like some way to work in the 8 or something. Maybe. Plus, we also get Tan Yao, so it's kind of like, okay, maybe worth a shot. Maybe worth a shot. We need the points anyway, right? So it's a slower, much slower play, but I mean, of course, small consolation to myself is that, well, no 3s are out, so we would not have round yet also. I'm really not concerned. I think the hand is big enough to just push anyway. I can't do it this way instead. I mean, if he games, he games, right? No, non-Dora side. The sucky thing is, of course, it's like a tanky kind of thing. Alright. So technically, we kind of save 1,000 because we have Ricci. That would have kind of happened anyway. We said Ricci, that would happen. It's fine. And God knows what he's waiting on, right? Like a pair 8s or something, and then he tossed that out, and then you're gonna end up with the same shit. So it's fine. Yeah. Okay, I guess so far overall not that great. I think we're down on points, kind of. We're further down on points after this. We only won 1-1 and then lost again. So. Okay. Good news is we kind of still had some good results. So, Alright. And the main figure here is 1,004, right? So as long as we can kind of hover above that, it kind of means that we didn't just come here and like start bleeding points out the gate kind of thing. So. But welcome to Jade. Welcome to Jade East. Okay lah. Won't be the end of the world. Alright. Just trying to get rid of this because it kind of pulled it already. Kind of tossed it out. And it's like, oh. I guess one could argue it's like kind of throw this, maybe kind of really kind of work into it or something, but I don't know. Gotta take that there for sure because, well, we still have too much shit to clear, so it's kind of like we can pong and just like toss them out. I think that's okay. Alright, kind of this weird spot. 2 Shanten. Goodness, this is not the worst 2 Shanten to be in. Now we're E Shanten, right? With Adora, there's at least Ramen. On this, we can kind of chow our way out, right? Can Om Nom here, Om Nom there. Maybe draw a red 5, be hopeful, right? Get 3, kind of pull some points back, maybe. No. Alright, this sucks. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah, I guess we do this, which is kind of annoying. Not the worst play though, in my opinion, because we can still kind of pong the 6 or the 7. Alright, this is horrid. This one is not good. I mean, it could just be an absolute glutton, right? Could be an absolute glutton here. Alright, he's not going to throw Dora, that's for sure. Looks like he's kind of working his hand in somehow, but... Well, 5's dead. Alright. All or nothing, I suppose. We are last, so it's not going to make a difference. He might deal in because his hand has probably been bloated way out of proportions with that Khan. I'm gonna sit there and like sweat about it. Well, he will sweat about it. And the other thing is that, well, Yeah, it's up against a dealer hand on top of that, right? Oh man, what bad shit, what bad spot to be in. Well, I guess if this passes through, then people might be inclined to kind of get away with the Dora, kind of. It also kind of indicates that like, oh, maybe he would throw the Dora. I guess we kind of just keep pushing, right? Might not be such a good idea, but just push. So clearly he's not waiting on bamboo. Like if you draw something that's really, really sketchy, I would throw a Dora here. I probably would. I suppose we could kind of play safe and throw like, I don't know. I mean, the other thing is you just try and hold on for Tenpai, right? Just hang on for dear life for Tenpai. Nope, that happened. Alright. Oh man, he had it. He got it. What the hell, man? Oh well. Well, having been a honeyman, it kind of means, yeah, it kind of means that that the dealer unfortunately took the brunt of it and is now in last place. So you kind of have a decent fight for third place, right? Because two things. I mean, like one, we just kind of hold out and somebody to most very, very quickly or something. That's one. Which kind of means also that I would like to kind of work this hand to Tan Yao. Preferably not even Ricci, right? The problem with Ricci is that it, oh well, not painful. The problem with Ricci is that it costs 1,000, right? And we lose 1,000. We lose 1,000. And 2 Shantan. We lose 1,000, right? And if we actually do not make our draw, right, we might actually come in last. So hopefully we kind of get a hand that we don't even need to reach into. Alright, so far looking okay. 2 Shantan, some decent ramen weights and stuff like that. But the only problem that's gonna be, I don't really like the 4. Alright, we do this, give the 4 a chance. Bad news is, of course, if we draw the 9, then that's right. But we draw the 9, it's kind of stupid anyway, because the 9 and 8, then you kind of gotta figure out the 7, right? Alright, so this is kind of annoying. Damn it. Makes us free 10. You know what? Alright. We're not gonna disagree, I'm just gonna go with my gut. Just kind of go with my gut. Well, he's Ricci, he has to push, we have to understand. We are 2. Right. Yeah, I thought we would get that. Can we still make this work? Somehow? Nah, it's too slow. It's too slow. Just take it, take it. Take it. It's too slow. Slower. It's much slower. Alright, this is okay. I just toss this out. So okay, so we Ishanten. Almost on par. Kinda gotta like duke it out with him, I suppose. So everything's all down to Lady Luck again. Everything's down to Lady Luck after session. Oh no. Okay. Alright, we eat last. We eat last. Om nom nom. That's fine. When was this last year? 103. 103. Okay. Not the worst, not the worst. Puts us down in points on the day so far, but also, at least we're above the 1,400 mark, so I'm not too concerned. Might even flounder below that, wouldn't be surprised, right? Has a tendency to happen, especially with like too loose and too aggressive a play, which is what we've been kind of doing as well. Well, admittedly, we kind of got a little bit lucky, so maybe that might kind of play in the psyche a little bit. You know, get a little bit lucky sometimes, and kind of like get a little bit more looser than necessary, right? Come a bit too loose. Also, I think I kind of mess around my cards a little bit too much. You know, like toss my weights around, keep flipping around, that sort of thing. Alright, got a nice shape there. Would like to draw into the 5 though. Would kind of like to draw into the 5. It's an argument to actually pawn there, actually, believe it or not. The only problem is that once we start bringing Tanyao into this, then the 1 kind of comes out of it, and then Fury 10 kind of comes into it. Alright. I'm gonna do this first, which might seem a little strange. But it still gives us the option for Tanyao. Still does. Alright. I think if I cheat this, we immediately go 4-7 with Tenpai, right? 7 is the... yeah, let's just do it. It's a bit of risk. It's a little bit of risk. But I think if we end up Fury 10, I can kind of work out. I'm willing to work my way out of it, I guess, I suppose. Of course, if he kind of like just drew that immediately, that would really suck, right? 7 might be a bit hard to get because of the Dora. But I take my chances. That's what? 3 4s, 1 7. And we are on 3. And it is whatchamacallit? There we go. Yeah. And it is again East game. Again, East games. Right? So get 5 there. These are East games. You know. And I do kind of value like when you have a hand that's 3 and above, I do value a little bit of speed and willing to trade off some risk. I'm willing to trade off some risk for it. Wow. Okay, didn't realize it was this late. Time flies. Okay. Don't really like this hand. A little bit tough to work with. Once again, you know, we find ourselves in a situation where the Dora is like, oh god, it's like kind of stuck there. Hard to let go, right? Like that bad relationship, hard to let go. Kind of causes you a lot of pain though, you know. Then the longer you hang on, the bigger the problem you have. That sort of thing, yeah. You can lose this. One could argue lose this over that first, but it's kind of similar, I suppose. What's the most? Well. Can we lose this? Nah, we lose this. We lose this. We lose this. Alright. So now, Kami-chan is probably going for fast hand. No. Question is, can we be faster? Alright, I guess not. So good news, we kept the 8. Good news, we drew this in. Bad news, we are now kind of jammed. Alright. We're kind of jammed in this weird half defense, half like we have to lose this, keep our fingers crossed. Alright, okay, we got out. We got out. Like throwing Doras around like candy, man. So now he's in Ricci. We don't have a prayer. Toss the 5 out. That's the 4. So 6. Well, I guess we do a 3. If we get Suji, it's kind of like not so good. Yeah, we have to follow along. Try to find some kind of defense. I have no idea. Like as far as these cards and discards are concerned, right? Could lose the 8 first, I guess. One could argue that, you know, one could argue a case for, like, I guess losing the 3 over the 8, but alright, so yeah, I'm still kind of getting screwed here, right? It's like, oh man. 7? Okay, so he's gonna push. Wow. Alright, it's not a good spot. It's so not a good spot. Alright, he got it. Okay, that's fine. Well, Kami-chan bore the brunt of it. If he did not pawn. One could argue that if he did not pawn. I will have to stop the stream after this game for a little bit. Cause it's kind of just before dinner and I gotta make a phone call. I have to make a phone call. But I'll probably be back, like, I don't know, maybe give or take about 2 hours, I suppose. Yeah, this can go. It's dead. Six, I guess, would be good for the hand, but well, 6 would be good in the sense that it gives us a lot of points, but the general workability of this hand is a little bit, it's a little bit annoying. A little bit slow, right? One good thing is that we kind of have a bit of a point lead here, right? So you can kind of like chill a little bit. I guess we let this go. Let this go, hopefully draw something around the 4, kind of make it work a little bit. That's the plan anyway. Of course, all plans generally go up the shitters, but we'll see. Alright, that sort of work. It sort of work. Doesn't really help the overall situation though. I might try and draw 8 or work the 8 somehow, in somehow. Over trying to draw a 2, obviously because 2 are out. Right. Because then again, how many times where you see 2 out and then kind of draw like one of the last ones, so also okay to kind of hang on to it for now because like nothing is really happening to the hand at this point in time. Alright, kind of good that we draw this, gives us a 5. Now we are, well, we're 2 Shantens with some Ramen chances. So kind of good with that. Not seeing any 6s though, which is kind of not good. Alright, so that's good. And I'm gonna toss this, right? Because now we have, oh no we don't. Darn it. Thought we might have some Tan Yao chances, but clearly we don't. What I'm not liking though is a lot of our weights are not coming in. Like a lot. I was almost so tempted to kind of cheat that because that gives us a hell of a lot of opportunities when it comes to like playing Tan Yao after that. Which maybe on hindsight we should have, because the hand's moving way too slowly. Like way too slow, and worst part, like I said, strangely if you notice, like a lot of our weights are just not coming in. Oh, okay. Alright. Actually that's not good. That's not good because like kind of throws everything up in the air again. Good news is though we are in second place, which is that typical annoying spot. Hello Chikai. How are you? Duh. Welcome to Korean Solitaire. It's just in time to catch the last game though, because I gotta make a phone call after this. How's everything with you? Alright. Yeah, we take it. We take it. We be lame. It's not gonna close out the match, but well, you know how I emphasize like speed. How I emphasize speed in like okay, if we draw another one, we can close out we can close out the match, right? If we draw another one. Arguably, if we can kind of draw a 2 and then work a 3 in also, but don't really like that. We all know we don't like that. Also, bad news is we don't really have a pair, which kind of sucks. Kind of lose this because it's like, well. So now we're kind of like in this really weird spot. We deal into him. If we deal into him, we could go last. Oh, son of a bitch. This is not good. Yeah, we just take it and just like take our chances. Alright, that got through. Which is kind of good, I guess. It's kind of good. 3-6. Maybe it's like some bullshit tanky way he deals into us here. Now the question is, do we like go for the 4? Oh no, 7 is safe. Can think I lose that. It's okay, still on 6, right? So 3-6 still. 3-6. I have a feeling 6 is safe. Which kind of means if we draw a really dangerous card, we can kind of like donkey on it, I suppose. 2 more, please. That's okay. Alright, so everyone's kind of having a party. Winner takes all here. Unfortunately. Yeah, well it was. Well it was. I took chances. It paid off. So there we go. Alright. East Games. The bullshit of East Games. Just gotta really like hunker down, take your chances, grit your teeth, and like, you know, be prepared to like stick your neck out there. Which is why I guess East Games really kind of work for. You know, East Games kind of really work for people who are really, really aggressive, right? But the thing is that it is kind of flippy. I mean, it really can be kind of flippy. You know. And it okay, so this is the thing that's kind of in my head right now, right? So how do you really measure, I guess, like true rank and true playing ability? I mean, if let's say you're a really solid East player, for example, right? You know, you're gonna have a certain level of aggression that I feel is just probably gonna make your life in South really, really difficult. I think. Right. I'm not sure. I mean, I could be wrong. Of course, you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna say, you know, people are just gonna say, well, it's a numbers game, blah blah blah. But no, I you know, but not no, as in I disagree. But I think East Games have another measure, you know, that you need to consider, which, like I said, is the whole, you know, the fact that because it's only 4 games, so the aggression automatically just needs to be higher. I don't think you're gonna get that kind of situation where everybody's just chucking Richis everywhere. You know, it's like Tenpai Richi kind of thing. You know, which is more prevalent at East, right? Which then again results in, you know, that little bit more volatility, right? So of course, like, yeah, definitely more luck involved when playing East, that's for sure. But then again, you know, some people also have kind of said that, like, well, if you want to rank up, then actually, if like you really just want to rank up or farm points kind of thing, then East Games are actually better for it. You know, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, right? But this is the thing. Then how do you measure like true playing ability, right? Like if somebody, say for example, ranks up to you know, to a really decent level, right? Like maybe S1 or something, just playing East Games kind of thing, you know. Then do you consider him good? You know, you consider him good, you consider him not good, right? Because if that same player then doesn't survive in South, right? So it's kind of good East, bad in South. Then how do you quantify it? Right. Vice versa, I think South players would would probably struggle in East a little bit, you know, because like I said, you cannot hunker down. You have to take risks a little bit more often, you know. Although I guess the fact that like more often, you know, you see like I guess like more established players, established games happening in South, right? So maybe that's like the I guess the acceptable and general benchmark of how good one is. I don't know. I mean, just tossing it out there for like discussion and you know, and thought purposes. Don't know how many games you cranked in. Let's have a look. Probably not that many. Yeah, I know I didn't play that many. Especially now, like, you know, it's like so close, right? It's just gonna keep looking and looking and looking. Well, good news. 18 more games. That's not that many. 18 more games. I mean, like, if I really put the effort in, I'll probably get done by today. But I don't know, man. I'm just kind of feeling this 50-50. Maybe like it was just from that session yesterday, you know, with Jade, right? It's like, well, 5 hours and played like I don't know, 6 friendly hunchans, 6 friendly hunchans. You know, some with AIs, you know, mostly with like adept and novice rank players kind of thing. I mean, it was just a chat thing, right? Just kind of jumped in and like just had some fun with them, right? But I mean, to sit through that 5 hours can be a little bit tiring. Not saying that the games were like boring or anything, but I mean, just at a mental level, it was a little bit tiring, you know. And also like can be a little bit stressful because like, you know, well, you are the master rank player there, you know, it's like kind of like right, and these are all new players. You don't really want to have to deal with like troll comments or something like that if like you really put up a very bad showing, kind of like, you know, I mean, it's ego, I don't know, you know. But yeah, so I'm kind of like in this state where like I felt I haven't played enough mahjong myself to kind of like feel satisfied, but at the same time I feel so mentally drained, right? That's kind of like, oh. But that's it though. I mean, I will probably, you know, come back, at least crank out a couple more games, play for a couple more hours, you know, probably after dinner or something. Just gotta make my phone call, you know, probably give or take, in 2 hours or something, I should be back, right? So I'm gonna chill a little bit, have a coffee, you know. Also, I had some work to do today, so it's like, yeah, I just had to unwind quickly before like dinner. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop the stream here. And I'll be back like probably in an hour or two. Thanks for dropping in, Chikai. Always good to see you. You know, hopefully I'll see you later. You'll come in, drop by, have a chat. Alright. Incidentally, cause you know, chat wasn't active after Pina left yesterday. That like then I didn't realize that like my cropping. Actually, now when I look at this, my cropping is still a little bit off. Let me go and fix this right now. Man, it always looks like it's okay until it's not okay. Alright. It always looks okay until it's not okay. Oh. This was there. I'm not gonna touch it. It's this one that's okay, no, I can kind of see it's a little bit off. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this here anyway because it's like not like other than Chica, it's not like a lot of people are here or something that I have to worry about it. My left side cropping as well is a little bit. Let go, transform left side. Left side probably go into 100. Let's keep it there as well. Alright, let's go back here. Okay, kinda seems mostly okay. Alright, now it's okay. At least it fits nicely. Yeah, yeah, so my window was kind of cropped, and then I didn't realize that it was covering like some of the usernames in chat. Ha ha ha. You know, one of the reasons why I crop it is because like nobody really wants to see my stupid bookmarks and like the web browser links and stuff like that. So just kind of crop it, fit the game nicely in. So yeah, all right, so that's done. At least that's fixed. I know chat's working because at least I was fortunate enough to have Chikai come in and give a couple of comments. That kind of fits. All right, I guess I moved this up just a hair. All right. Okay. Well, on the bright side, my layout is kind of fixed for now, right? Downside is I kind of gotta step away for a sec. Again, make a phone call, have dinner, chill a little bit. But I'll be back. Promise. I'll be back. All right. No playing with Jade today. Yesterday was a bit long, so I kind of need a break as well. Playing with Jade today, and yeah, I will see you guys probably in an hour. Probably 2 hours. Okay. Have fun. Have a good dinner. If you're up, well, gonna work. Drive safely. I'll see you guys shortly. Bye.